now listening to the Sportz Nutz.
Hey, welcome to the Sportz Nutz. Yes, this is episode 152. Guys, can you believe we've made it to 152 episodes?
What was that? Yeah. Well, come on, Brandon.
Yeah. No, I got to be real quiet because Aspen's over here asleep, and I don't want to wake her up. She can't hear you guys.
We got to talk like this.
She can't hear you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, man. But I hope you guys had an absolute fantastic weekend. As you do see, I'm broadcasting somewhere different. Where? I'm at my mother's house here in Roswell, Georgia. Yes, I am here for the week, spending time with my mom and my stepdad. For those who don't know, my stepdad is not doing too well with his health, so we wanted to spend time. So me and Aspen jumped in the car and we came all the way down to spend time with Grammy and Grandude. So really excited about that one. But guys, we have a jam-packed episode. I'm beyond excited about this. But before we go into what's going on, my man's sitting next to me. Matt, what's going on? Unmute your mic, Matthew. And what is going on with you, sir, with his Mercedes-Benz cut?
Oh man, come on, stop. Nah, man. Nah, everything's been good, man. Just getting adapted, new job, new things, new schedule, stuff like that. Just kind of getting adapted. But other than that, man, everything is copacetic.
Oh, look, we're at a new word of the day, ladies and gentlemen. First it was shallow and pedantic, and now it's copacetic. Congratulations. So happy that you can use your word of the day dictionary on your desk, Matthew.
Man, I try.
My man sitting below us, though, Shane Owen. What is going on with you, sir?
Oh man, not too much. Just enjoying the nice weather. Cool. It's kind of cooled down. It's going to stay cool now, I hope. But hey, fall's in. Yesterday was the first official day of fall. So, man, it's been good all around, man. I'm definitely ready to get into tonight's episode. Glad I have the guests coming on that we are, and man, can't wait to get into it.
That's right. Look, guys, as you just heard, we have the Augusta Pro Hockey Team. We have a gentleman who actually used to play for this team. And then we also have, I believe he's one of the owners as well. And then we have one guy who's going to come in. He is a part of the group as well. He will be coming in a little bit later. His daughter is currently doing a soccer game there. She's a 6U. So, yes, we're really excited to have them on. But after they leave, guys, we still have a show. The college basketball preseason top 25 polls have been released. We'll talk a little bit about that one. Matt, I'm sure, is excited to talk about this. All right, now this one is actually geared towards everybody. Where is or are the best places for football stadiums? I want you to give me 3 current football stadiums that are a 5 out of 5 star. Now, the lowest grade, though, it can be a 3 out of 5. And here's the checklist that has to meet. 1 is the backdrop. Number 2 is the scenery around the stadium, both inside and out. Number 3, the amount of fans at capacity, including standing room only. Number 4, the nighttime backdrop during a night game. And number 5, the level of success at that stadium. That just keep those in mind, okay? And then, guys, the NBA and the NHL preseason starts in literally a couple weeks. We'll talk a little bit about that one. Shane has a sports story. Of course, Matt has a sports story, and Matt's also driving a Mercedes-Benz, just saying that. Then we have our usual...
What is going on here, man? What is going on here, man?
We're calling you out, man.
What's going on here?
And then, as you guys know, we have our honorable mentions. And then, of course, we will go over what our next set of episodes are. With that being said, we hope you guys are ready. We are excited. We cannot wait. My daughter's literally over here just watching. So she wants to know what's going on. My man, John and David, how are you guys doing tonight? Thank you guys so much for coming on. It means a lot to us. John, how are you doing, man?
Doing pretty well. Thanks for having us.
Of course. And David, how are you doing, sir?
Doing great. Excited to be with you guys. Thanks for having us on.
Of course, when we found out that you guys, that the team was coming, so I gotta let the rabbit out a little bit out of the bag. I knew that there was some stuff going on with the ECHL, and then we had a friend of ours for the Greensboro Gargoyles come on, and When we asked a question, he kind of like was like that, and then he answered. And then after you guys made the announcement, literally the next day, that y'all were starting up a team, he's like, "Yeah, I couldn't let the rabbit out of the bag," but he knew we knew. But I'm going to go with you first, John, on this one because obviously it's hockey. We're excited. You are a former player. You told me with the Augusta Lynx, correct?
That's correct. Yep.
Now you are obviously a diehard hockey fan. I love your email name, by the way, with the Canucks mentioned into it. With Augusta announcing that they are coming back. First off, they've been gone way too long, y'all. I mean, over 12 years. But the moment you found out that this franchise was approved, John, what was the state of mind at that point, and how big of a cheer did you let out knowing this was coming?
Well, there were a few things. First of all, I'm on the I'm currently the chair of the board of the Augusta Sports Council, and about 6 years ago, we got word that they were going to try and build a new stadium or arena in Augusta, and I was like, we need to make sure hockey's included. So that's kind of where this project started. I believe that was in 2019. So fast forward to the vote in 23, November of 23. We had that citywide vote that approved the new arena. Ice was coming in, so that was a big deal. To me, it was fun to be a part of some positive change in the city. And then, once we had that arena approved, we started working with, the current ownership group and, got the approval through the ECHL to get the 32nd franchise. So it's been a long 6 years going. So what's another 2 years till we get going? But it's really exciting. Looking forward to it. Can't wait.
Absolutely. We can't wait either. I mean, it's hockey and people don't realize hockey it's the one of the most prevalent sports. It really is. Shane, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Well, guys, I really do appreciate you guys taking time out of your busy days and schedules to come on with us tonight. Talk about a little bit about, hockey down in the South, kind of jokingly. But, man, it's kind of been a big influx of ECHL teams and all, especially coming into arenas and areas that have been without hockey. Kind of what is your kind of gauge around the city of Augusta and welcoming this hockey team in with the new arena and all being built downtown as well?
I mean, I'll start with that. I played in game number 1 back in 1998 when the Augusta Lynx first came to Augusta, and that was the first hockey game in town. I can tell you, back then we still had newspapers, but they're in the newspaper. It was telling people when to cheer, when not to cheer, and things like that. I'm like, what am I getting myself into? But from day one, it was absolutely electric. The energy of the crowds, the energy around the city was amazing. And we were playing in an old arena back then in 1998. So we got a new arena coming. It's going to be bigger, better, and the demographics of the city have changed too. We've had we got a big military base here in town. Have a big influx of people moving here over the last several years. I just can't even tell you how excited I am to be in that atmosphere in the new building, new team coming back to town. It's going to be awesome.
And just so you know, Shane, I know you're too young to remember. Newspapers are these big things of paper, and you read. We tease all the time, John, because Shane is the youngest one out of all of us.
But I'm probably still the only one that's getting the newspaper delivered to the house. We still get the Transylvania Times every week, twice a week. So.
David, same question that Shane just asked John. Can you kind of describe how everything has been going around the vibe around Augusta since you guys made the announcement? Don't mind my daughter crying. I apologize.
No worries. Listen, we're so excited to be in Augusta. If you draw a 20-mile circle around the arena, there's about 600,000 population. And when we made the announcement, you could just see and feel the excitement. And I'll just give you some hard statistics. Our team in Tahoe set the ECHL record for most season ticket subscriptions after 24 hours, like 128.
Wow.
We sold 350 in 24 hours in Augusta. So if that gives you an indication of the excitement there, we also agreed to pay the largest expansion fee ever paid for an ECHL team. So we're very bullish on the area. We guys like John that are engaged, and we just are very excited to get it going in October 27.
Okay.
Matt, go ahead.
Okay, cool. Making sure you're all right over there, Brandon. Hey, guys. Again, like Shane alluded to, thank you for coming on, man. We really appreciate it. But can you walk us through the process of how the team came together from like the concept to the execution?
Yeah, I mean, from our standpoint, the Oakview group was highly involved, I think, with John and his group as far as getting the arena approved, getting ice on the arena. And our team in Tahoe is managed by Oakview. And when we saw that it was going to be an Oakview facility, and we did a demographic study in Augusta, we were very bullish. We went to the league and said, "Hey, this needs to be the team. It needs to be here." So you have to walk through that with the league. You have to put up the deposit, a portion of the franchise fee, and then the other owners vote whether that's an approved market, an acceptable market. And then once you get that vote, which we did, then you start building your team, and you start with what we started with, announcing that we're going to have a team, and now we're taking name submissions, and to date we've got about 1,500 different name submissions so far. So there's a lot of interest.
So Dave, I got to ask you, when you and Steve got together, and you got together with a really prominent individual in Tim Tebow about bringing hockey back to Augusta, how long were the three of y'all in discussions about making this actually happen?
Well, Timmy and I own Tahoe together, and Zollier Sports is the one that operates for us. So we have them handle the hockey side, they handle the business side. Timmy and I kind of provide strategic support where we can, and capital. But we were pretty sold early on that Augusta was going to be the right spot to be. It's there's just and we've been proven right so far. I mean, the community's just embraced it with open arms, and hopefully as we get closer to a team name and then colors and all the things that come with it, we'll continue to see it build and build till October 27.
Shane, go ahead, man. I know you have a question.
Oh yeah, well, as we've mentioned, and please excuse lovely
Lily.
Miss Lily, but as you guys mentioned, the new stadium, the downtown arena, I'm pretty sure it's not all going to be used for hockey, but can you guys kind of give us a little insight on what that's going to be like? Kind of capacity numbers, and kind of what to expect there.
Yeah, it'll seat 10,500 for hockey, but and John may have there's a website, Augusta. The Augusta done a great job with the renderings of what you'll see there, but I'm sure it'll be concerts and just a lot of things they can do with that facility. We'll be the main tenant, obviously, with 36 home games in that arena. So, John, you want to hop in on some of the other things you guys have talked about as far as bringing to the arena?
Yeah. So obviously concerts. We're in talks with NCAA to bring some different national events here, things like that through the arena. So like I said, it's going to be much bigger arena than it was. So the old James Brown Arena held about 6,600 for hockey. So we're significantly increasing that capacity. Hockey's going to, like you said, going to be the main tenant, and really that was the driving force by getting that vote passed is the inclusion of ice in the new arena. Having that anchor tenant, 36 home games plus preseason plus practices when that arena is available, plus playoffs, things like that. So Oakview Group's really excited about it. They've got a lot of potential. the renderings of the new arena, to me, it looks like from the outside, like a little bit of a mini Mercedes-Benz stadium up in Atlanta. It's gorgeous looking. It's going to have suites that we didn't have before. There's just so many opportunities, and the economic benefits to the downtown community are tremendous. I've got some friends of mine that are restaurant owners downtown, and they're like, what can we do to help you make sure this arena gets passed? We want it built. It's just going to have a tremendous economic impact to the not only downtown, but really the entire region.
I mean, people don't realize that hockey is one of the most exciting sports. I mean, you do have, of course, you have your NFL, you have your basketball, but there's just something about hockey that makes it different. Matt, go ahead.
Hey guys. So we know like the names, logos, and branding of a team are always huge. I know you guys probably can't say too much right now, but is there a particular direction that you guys are leaning toward? And if so, like kind of what's the process of coming up with that?
Yeah, so we take feedback from the community. We'll take all these names and we'll start ranking them on how many submissions we had, and then we'll publish a top 10 list, and community will vote on that. Then we'll see who the top 5 are, and then the top 3, and then we'll hopefully get to a name that everybody's comfortable with. It won't make everybody happy. When we named our team in Tahoe, we got all kinds of feedback that what's a night monster? Nobody knows what it is, but it quickly became we sold jerseys in 48 states, and we're the second largest revenue producer for merchandise jerseys in the entire ECHL. So if you don't like the name to start with, just hang on. Hopefully it'll grow on you. We don't know what it is yet. We don't even have it narrowed down. Same thing we'll do with the colors. We try to match the colors with the area where we're in. Obviously, there's Augusta National, which has a very trademark color scheme. So we'll try to make sure we represent the area well when we pick the colors and the mascot as well. Those are all fun things to do, and the community will play a big part of it.
Now I do have a lot of connections, and I've alluded to that, in the hockey world, and I know quite a bit in the NHL. I actually have friends who call the Tampa Bay Lightning a lot. Now, I know Atlanta and Houston, they have been knocking on that door for the approval to have an NHL expansion franchise come about. Can you maybe provide some insight? Because one of my friends inside the NHL did say that you guys were possibly going to speak with the NHL about it being if it happens, an Atlanta affiliate.
Yeah, we can't really even talk to anyone about affiliation per the way the contracts are written until the year before we play. So there's 32 teams now. We'll definitely have an affiliate. My sense is if a new NHL team were awarded, it would probably be 2 to 3 years before it actually got up and going. Maybe quicker than that, but those are discussions we'll have probably this time 2026 to prep for the 2027 kickoff. So but for us it's the affiliation is important. Obviously how we are able to get players, we've got a great relationship with Vegas and Tahoe, and really the affiliate can help make your team really competitive as they give you players. We've got last year we had 2 NHL contracted goalies and 5 to 6, depending on what they took to their AHL affiliate, NHL contracted players. That makes a difference on the ice.
Absolutely. Shane, go ahead.
Oh yeah, well, kind of as we're talking about the ECHL, and you guys kind of finally concluded that journey of theirs to in the end goal be a 32 team affiliated team, just like the NHL and the AHL goes. But now looking a little bit further into the ECHL. I see that this is probably going to be a great opportunity for some kind of natural rivalries, as you would say, especially with Greenville being so close. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the episode, kind of more and more teams kind of moving into the southern area and markets. What kind of rivalries do you guys think could be that kind of potential there starting off for you guys? And as you said, the play on the ice, is gonna ultimately contribute to what those rivalries will be. But kind of what do you look forward to in that?
Well, I think you go ahead, John.
I was just going to say, I'll jump in kind of going back to the start of this whole process in 2019 when I was talking to Ryan Creelan, the commissioner of the ECHL, and I said, love to get hockey back here in town. He said, if I could put another team in a city, it'd be Augusta, just because the central location to so many other franchises right now. We've got Savannah, it's 2 hours away, Greenville 2 hours away, South Carolina Stingrays in Charleston 2.5 hours away, Greensboro coming in 4 hours away, Jacksonville 4 hours away, and we're central, Gwinnett, in Atlanta 2 hours, 2:15 drive. So I mean, we're like right in the center of all of those other markets. I mean, we really have a rivalry with any of them. I think the most natural one probably will be Savannah. In state, it's an easy drive to get to. Our fans could go down there and their fans can come up here, things like that. So that's kind of what I see. We're smack in the middle of 6 different teams.
Yeah, and
David,
I would just say that proximity certainly fosters it, but I always say the first big fight that you have, that usually determines a rival pretty quickly. So we thought we knew who the rivals were in Tahoe until a fight broke out against a certain competitor, and that became a rival pretty quickly. So I think you always have to hold that. John, being a player, certainly knows that. As soon as you get a couple of cheap shots, you've got a new rival.
And the fans will determine that really quickly.
Yeah,
amen to that one. Matt, go ahead.
Yeah, guys, kind of want to switch gears a bit, man, and kind of harp on like rosters a little bit. But how important is player development going to be to you guys, and like what kind of talent pipeline are you looking to build for this team?
So yeah, the NHL team will determine a lot of that. Our job's to develop players, but we want to be competitive. Like Timmy and I want to be competitive, and we made the playoffs in the first year at Tahoe. We swept the first round. We lost in the second round, but it's a big accomplishment to be there. So we're gonna hire a really good coach, and we're gonna be competitive from day one, and we're gonna have the affiliation conversations about, hey, we want to win, and we want you to give us players that can help us win. So a lot of that is dependent on the coach and the connections. Our coach in Tahoe is well connected throughout the league. We'll look to hire somebody with experience. We're going to have a great place to live and to stay in a brand new arena. So many of these guys coming in from overseas even love that proximity side. In fact, you're close to a major airport. They can get in and out. Augusta's going to be a primo place to be. So we're excited about developing players, but really being competitive as we do.
You can play golf year round. That's what sold me when I moved down here.
Yeah. Yeah, and Tahoe is a great place to live, but you're not playing golf year round in Tahoe.
Yeah, it might just be a little cold up there. Hey, our third member of y'all's team, Mr. Steve. Steve, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing well. Sorry I'm late, guys. Coaching my daughter's soccer team.
I told him that you were at your daughter's soccer team at their game, so I completely understand. And we are, very sympathetic, especially to girl dads. I'm a girl dad times 4, and Matt's actually a girl dad. So yeah, and see, we're all well. Theoretically, Shane isn't because Shane is he only has a dog, but she's still his baby. Miss Lily is his baby.
It's still a girl dog. It still counts. We'll let it count. We'll let it count for this episode only. That's it.
Yeah.
Hey, I call it dog dad.
Dog dad. That's right. So let's go to you, Steve, on this one. Can you kind of let us know what are the next steps for this hockey team? I know that you have a lot. Y'all have put out a contest to name the team, but in the mascot, can you kind of give us what's the next steps in getting this team up and running, really? Because I know you have a couple years, but what are the next steps, really?
Oh, I mean, there's a lot that I guess needs to happen, but the team we've already got in place is kind of already ticking most of the boxes. I know, like locally, the interest from sponsorship has been tremendous, and we're already having some pretty meaningful sponsorship meetings and getting some commitments from the sounds of it on that. The community's engaged. I think we've been setting records for season ticket reservations. So I think it's just kind of a matter of just working the process and just keeping lining up the dominoes and knocking them over as the time comes. We've got the timeline to, announce the team, I think, next summer, and then the mascot will be revealed shortly after that. And, the arena construction is on schedule. They're going vertical. So that's all going well. And so it's just kind of working the process and just watching the clock. I know we're all anxious, and we just wish the time could go by quicker because we're all ready for it.
I'm a diehard hockey guy. As you guys know, the Atlanta Thrashers, they used to be the team that I like to cheer for. They're fun. And so I had to choose a team. Well, in 2012, I had lived in the Tampa St. Pete area. And so I became a Tampa Bay Lightning fan. But, my question now for you is for you, John. When Augusta announced 12 years ago that they were basically ceasing operations in Augusta, what was the feeling around town? Because you were a former player.
That was rough. The worst part is it was mid-season. Beginning of December when they announced that they're folding, and it really kind of threw a ripple through the entire league. Players had to go somewhere else to play. Messed up the schedule and the travel plans and all that stuff. So it was tough for sure. And then we had an SPHL team come in a couple years later, that played in the same arena, and then they were trying to tap into the same market of season ticket holders and sponsors that just kind of got, soured a little bit. But, that's been a while ago now. We've got a lot of, distance between now and then. And, we're excited about the future of hockey here. But, it was tough to see hockey go, and especially, for Steve and I, we coach the kids, we're on the ice, 3-4 days a week coaching the kids, that's the thing that I miss the most. That's a big void in my life right now. So I can't wait till we get, not only the arena downtown, but, a practice facility in town, where we can get on the ice and build that youth program. Cause that's the biggest thing, that's what drives, fans. Kids want to come out and skate. They learn to play hockey. They're taking their parents to the game and things like that. We're going to grow it at a grassroots level.
David, I got to ask you this question because you're pretty good at putting knowledge about these things, but do you know if maybe Alaska will ever bring back the Alaska Aces? I mean, that just goes to show I do know a lot of the teams. I love them. Hockey is just so much fun to watch, but do you know if maybe Alaska, because I know they moved to Maine several years back, and they're not doing too good in Maine, but do you know if Alaska may ever bring back the Aces?
Yeah, I have never seen Alaska on any potential expansion, and we're fully committed right now. So it would take an existing team to be bought and moved there. But I think you would have issues in today's world with travel there, and trying to find teams that are willing to vote to have a team in Alaska. Then they have to pay to go travel there. It's a big ask.
And we just got the news about Trenton is taking over the Utah Grizzlies. What kind of ripple effect has that done for the West Coast? I mean, by the way, all the teams that are in the West, like, the Lake Tahoe, I love y'all's color scheme and I love y'all's mascots, but like, what has been the ripple effect? Yep. See, what has been the ripple effect around the entire West Coast, knowing that Utah is leaving to go to Trenton, New Jersey?
Well, we're picking up New Mexico this year. So New Mexico will just replace Rio Rancho. New Mexico will be a brand new team, starts this year along with Greensboro. So they'll fill in for the Utah membership that went to the East Coast to Trenton, and we won't miss a beat.
I love it. And we actually had we had Jared on here, the GM for the New Mexico hockey team. And I mean, it just the fact that we're sitting here saying hockey is about to literally be back. It feels great to say that, I mean, obviously, the state of Florida has really ruled the roost, as you would say, for both ECHL and the NHL. And Shane just alluded to it. We've asked this many times, but with the amount of success, don't mind my daughter, I'm sorry, she's talking. The amount of success that we have seen and experienced in the South, is it fair to say in y'all's eyes that, hockey means more in the South than when it used to, or what?
Yeah, I mean, John and Steve certainly can talk to it for the local, but I can tell you throughout the league, 4 of the top 5 revenue teams are in the South. So hockey is definitely a very hot product in the South, and I think you've got a lot of people that have moved south over the years from the Northeast and the Northwest, even where it's popular because it can be played year round. But man, you look at the youth leagues in Florida and Georgia, they're just exploding. So I think it's certainly here to stay, and the South has embraced it fully.
What about
You
you,
know,
John?
we're in the middle of football country. You know, there's no denying that. I love football. I love NFL. I love college football. But you know, the ball is in motion. What 11 to 12 minutes in the game of football? In hockey, that puck's in motion all 60 minutes of the game. And when I take someone to a game for the first time that's never seen it live, you know, they're instantly hooked. They love the speed of the game, how hard hitting the game is, and I'm biased, but I love it. I'm not knocking football by any means because I love it. There's nothing like going to a college football game in Athens or wherever. You got 92,000 people or 100,000 in different stadiums, and the electricity of the crowd is awesome. But seeing a live hockey game, there's nothing comparable to it.
What about you, Steve? What do you think? Do you think that hockey
Well,
is prevalent officially in the South now?
well, here's the thing. I'm kind of uber optimistic because I think any market is a hockey market, and the key is just getting the right people behind it, like managing the team, selling the game, engaging the community, making it an experience people just want to check out if they're not familiar with it. But once they do check it out, get them hooked. And I mean, I played in a lot of non-traditional markets that we would have sellouts all the time because we had good ownership. The team was engaged in the community. They did right by the sponsors. They did right by the fans. And I think the reason you're seeing hockey do well in the South and Florida and like Nashville and Raleigh and places like that is because you've got, people that know what they're doing. And because it's like I said at the start, any market is a hockey market if you do it right. And we've got a lot of people in the South doing it right. So.
Yeah, and it's for people who have never been to an ECHL game, we highly, highly recommend you do it because it is just something special. Where I live is the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. It's a lot of fun going to Swamp Rabbit games. It really is. And now we have the Greensboro Gargoyles that are about to start. Shane is not too far from there, so he's definitely going to be going to several of those games. Matt actually works at the Mall of Georgia, not too far from where the Gladiators play. And it just, you guys know this. It just means different with minor league hockey versus professional everything because it just hits differently. Real quick before I let you all go, David, I'm going to go to you, and can you kind of let us know what are the next dominoes to fall, and then also where people can learn more about what's going on with the state of the team.
Yeah, I would say go to augustaprohockey.com and follow us on all our social channels. You can get linked to all of our socials from there. We keep everybody updated on the social side. But the next domino will be like John and Steve said. We're out trying to meet with sponsors, looking for major sponsors that we can really lean into for a great experience for them, for their employees, for us, for the city. But the next domino will be we will have the name the team contest, and people will start voting on that. Once we have that, then we will start to look at logos, colors, and then we will announce and present the logos, colors, jersey, and then after that we will announce and develop the mascot. And that mascot probably would be close to the same timing as the jerseys and in that announcement. So then you'll have a team name, you'll have a mascot, you'll have colors, and we'll have merchandise. We can start to have the community all be seen in whatever colors we are. They'll be able to show their pride and buy those jerseys. We want to try to sell just like we want people in 48 states buying Augusta jerseys and representing all over the country. And it's amazing how Tebow makes that happen.
I was just about to say, and you do have a little bit of an extra assistance there with Tim Tebow being on there. Gentlemen, this means the absolute world, not only to myself, but to Matt and to Shane, that you all took time out of your evening to come on. And I want to say thank you guys from the bottom of our hearts. And I will tell you this, we are going to make extra efforts to come to it. We're definitely going to be there for opening night. So when we get there, expect us to be extra loud because we're going to be screaming and cheering you guys on. And all I got to say is welcome back, hockey, to Augusta. You have been missed, and we're so happy you're here. Real quick, can you guys give each one of you give your parting words, please?
Oh gosh.
My last thing I want to say is just a question to each of you three. What's your name suggestion?
I said the Augusta Green Hornets, mainly because with Augusta, they had the Augusta Nationals, and the high school I went to was Roswell High School, and we are the Hornets. And the logo has gotten more like aggressive looking over the decades. So I could see you guys being the Green Hornets. Matt, what about you? What name would you like to maybe facilitate for them?
Ooh, that's a good one, man. I don't know, man. I mean, honestly, I like the Augusta Pro team or pro hockey team. I like that. kind of like Atlanta United.
You take it easy way up.
Soccer club. I like the Augusta Pro Hockey Team or something like along those lines. But hey,
what about you, Shane?
I'd like to, see something, maybe to include the river, like River Monsters or some sort of that, kind of give ties back to the city and all as well, kind of deal. But there's plenty of names. I guess you could think, you could say the Azaleas.
Hey, yeah. I thought about one. How about the Augusta Golfers? That's pretty cool. Hey, you got one right here from our fan here that said the Augusta Thundercats. Hey, I'm just throwing out there. We are fans of the Thundercats. Just saying.
Oh.
Hey, go to AugustaProHockey.com and submit it. Now, my last thing I'll say is along the lines of the name. I've heard a few good ones. I'm not going to kind of tip my hat towards which one I'm favoring, but there are some really good names that I've heard. So I'm excited to see what the community comes up with.
Steve, what is your parting words, sir?
Well, first, I just appreciate you guys having us on, and I'm excited that you guys are excited about us bringing hockey back to Augusta. And John and I have been at it for a long, long time, and we're just thrilled that Dave and Tim and everybody else has kind of got behind it as well and are making it happen. So I mean, I'm just excited about it all and appreciate you guys helping us spread the word, and I can't wait to see you guys at Puck Drop.
Absolutely. David, give your parting words, please, sir.
Oh, thank you guys for having us on. And listen, you guys are welcome at all of our events. When we do name the team and we unveil that, you're welcome to do a live broadcast from there. We'd love to have you involved. And just thank you guys for supporting it and keep spreading the word. This is the community's team. We're just stewards of it. And we want to be good stewards, and we want to be well representing the area. So it's your team, and we're going to do our part, and we know the community will do their part.
Absolutely. Love it. Congratulations, gentlemen, on bringing back, which I'm just going to say, bringing back one of the most beloved sports there ever was. I'm just saying that because hockey is one of the best. You guys have a wonderful evening. Please tell your families. Thank you so much for letting us spend 39 minutes with you. It really does appreciate it. You guys have a wonderful evening. Sound good?
Thanks, guys.
Thanks very much, guys.
Yeah.
Fun to be part of the team.
Have a good one, guys.
With you guys.
Take care. Oh my gosh, guys, talk about like that. That is so cool to think about this, come on, guys, it's hockey. You know what I mean? Like, just so excited about that. Anyway, let's keep it going. Matt, are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Shane, are you ready?
I was born that way, but yeah, let's go.
All right, so I have a little joke. I'm going to do this one. Well, it's that time, and I know I'm not talking about Clark Griswold, but college basketball, Matt. Preseason polls have started to show. Now I have to. I think I uploaded this list. If I haven't, I'm gonna. No, I haven't uploaded. Okay, so I'm gonna let you guys know. I'm gonna put it right here. This is the list. Matt, do you see it?
I see it. I got you.
All right.
I got it.
There's a lot of good names on there. Don't mind Aspen, she's playing. But looking at this list, Matt, what are your first thoughts on the top 25? And then also, is there any names that you would prefer on there or not?
First thing I'm gonna say is wow, Purdue. Wow. So I'm interested to see what they're gonna do. I know they had that 7-foot tall freshman last season, so I wonder if they're gonna give him the Zach Edey treatment, pretty much, man. Just give him the ball and just work around him. But wow, for Purdue being number one on this list, man. Kudos to that program, the Boilermakers, and what they've done, man. Long gone is Drew Brees. I know different sport, but whatever. So
that's a really different sport.
Yeah. So hey, man. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen here, man. With Duke being number 5, really the rankings, man. To me, the rankings kind of stopped. I mean, they're good rankings, but they kind of stopped when the one and done freshman became really a prevalent thing, man. It kind of skewed the rankings a bit, man. But it's gonna be interesting, man. I'll leave it as is and see how it is. It's early, so we'll go from there.
What about you, Shane? You saw the list, right?
Oh yeah.
So what do you think? Is there any names you would like to add or subtract on that list?
Well, I'm kind of with Matt on this. It's still kind of way too early for all this, to talk about adding and, missing from the list and stuff like that. Especially, what we saw last season, with the disparity between the Power 4 conferences and the Group of 5.
You mean the SEC and everybody else, right?
Well, that
14 people in there in the dance. I mean, which is insane to think about.
Yeah, but then you add in, this kind of the second kind of full year of true NIL transfers and everything else like that. So you kind of add all that in. I'm kind of really surprised to see some of the names up there, especially NC State up there. With the new coach coming in and all that. Of course, I don't know if everybody's seen the video where they're all tied together during their suicide sprints and stuff like that. So, they're adopting some culture there. So, I'd love to see that going, especially for, Pops' alma mater and stuff like that. But, one kind of honorable mention, with Auburn being on the list is, kind of shout out to Bruce Pearl. It's been noted that after this season, he'll be stepping down and handing the reins over to his son, Steven, next year. So, kind of great career and, kind of same thing that we talked about with the Kershaw deal. At least he gets a whole season to go around and, say his goodbyes and get that treatment of a great coach and well deserved.
Yeah, absolutely. For those who don't know what Shane's talking about, Bruce Pearl has announced his retirement, and his son is going to take over the reins at Auburn, which ties back also to my stepdad. He introduced me to the University of Tennessee when Bruce was the head. It's just so much fun that basketball is back, and we're beyond excited. All right, so I'm going to start this question with everybody. Okay, Matt, that means you got to think too. Okay. Now, where is or are the best places for football stadiums? Give me 3 current football stadiums that are at a 5 out of 5 star rating. Now, the lowest grade is a 3 out of 5. Now, here is the checklist, and people who are watching, I want you to comment on this well. This is the list that makes it 5 out of 5. 1 is the backdrop. 2 is the scenery around the stadium, both inside and out. 3 is the amount of fans at capacity, which includes standing room only. Number 4 is nighttime backdrop during a night game. And then number 5 is the level of success at that stadium. Now, what you do is you give a star rating at each of the 5 and then average it out. And that's the score rating, meaning, if you get 3 out of the 5, okay, that's a 3-star. If you get a 4 and 5, so on and so forth. So I'm going to start with Matt because I know where Shane is going on this right away. But I'm going to go with Matt. Give me 3 current, Matt, who could get you a 5-star rating.
I'm gonna go by what I've seen, man, and what I've seen when I watch some of these games. Honestly, you got to go LSU. You know, you got to go LSU with Tiger Stadium. That's Death Valley. I mean, you have to. Backdrop, the scenery. You know, the it's beautiful. The fan atmosphere. Those people be going crazy. Them students be going crazy. Nighttime visuals. Hey man, Saturday night in Death Valley. I mean, and the tradition is, the success and tradition has always been good with them. So, that's my first one I'm going with. The second one I'm gonna go with is probably the Heinz Field, man. Pittsburgh Steelers.
Do they still call it Heinz Field?
Well, what is it called? The Acrisure Stadium now.
Yeah.
So it's always going to be Heinz Field, no matter what.
Yeah, they still got mustard seats.
Yeah,
it's always going to be Heinz Field,
no matter what.
Man. But man, their backdrop, their scenery, man, is good, man. It sees the river and the skyline. I've actually been to one of their games before, so it's really, really, really good atmosphere. Fans are crazy there. Even at nighttime, the visuals are good with the black and yellow. And we know about the Steelers' history there, man. So, I mean, I'll be number 2. For me, number 3, man, this is kind of a dark horse. But California Memorial Stadium, man. Over there out there in Berkeley. To me, I guess it's mainly I like the color scheme, man. I guess so it's a personal choice for me. But hey, man, I mean, it sits at the base of Beverly Hills. Man, and provides sight lines toward the hills and parts of the San Francisco Bay. So I got to go with them at number 3. And those 3 to me, they're mainly, if you notice, they all have something to do with yellow. They all have yellow in them, man.
We know where you're hitting at this one.
So
we know your number 4 would be at where Georgia Tech plays, correct?
I didn't want to say that, but that would be it, man, because I've been there so many times before. So, and that's like home to me. So, but yes, those would be my 3.
I love it. All right, so if people who are watching, people who are listening, we'd love to hear yours as well. Remember, we are live on 95.5 KFCE based in Terrell, Texas. Or Tiger Nation Live. Yeah, TigerNation.live.
Tiger Nation.
We would love for you guys to comment on the stream. Let us know your top 3. All right, so I know what one of them are with Shane. I mean, if you don't know by now, then you definitely are living under a rock on this one. But Shane, give us your top 3.
Yep. So my number 1 is going to go out to Eugene, Oregon, Autzen Stadium.
Oh yeah,
man, the night atmosphere there goes along the lines with Matt's yellow on that same sense. But man, they've got one of the toughest home field, environments there in college football. That's just kind of number 1. They kind of seem to do it right, especially for night games out there. Number 2, I'm going to go, of course, Lane Stadium. Where Virginia Tech plays football sometimes.
Shocking. Sometimes. Sometimes.
Yeah, so sometimes they just put pads on and run around. So definitely going to have to take that star off the list for them. But the whole campus itself is set back in the Blue Ridge Mountains there in Southwest Virginia. It's just a beautiful scenery. When the campus they've all got the Hokie Stone, which is a specific kind of limestone that's out of a quarry around there. That every building is made up of on the campus. So that includes the football stadium, and it goes throughout the stadium inside and out. But my last dark horse, one is for the scenery alone, and they do a pretty good job there. But out in Provo, Utah, BYU. I know this is a football thing, but man, their baseball backdrop.
Oh my God!
Is one of the most picturesque backdrops in all
that
of college
App
football.
State, Those two are by far the best views.
Oh yeah. So, man, they do a good job there, and for it being a smaller stadium, they do pack them in there a lot, and that they've got plenty of good night games, and they are one of those teams that makes a little bit of noise here or there whenever they play at home. So that's kind of why I put them at my number 3.
I love it. All right. So mine, I'm gonna go 3-1, 1 being the best. My number 3 is, I'm gonna say, go to Albuquerque and see a New Mexico game. There's just something about the New Mexico sunsets that just hits differently. My second one would be, it would be in Hawaii. I've been, unfortunately, no Aloha Stadium anymore, but it was just something about it, especially at nighttime when you were at Aloha Stadium. You look back and you can see the Ko'olau mountain range, and you look back the way you see Pearl Harbor and you see Waikiki and you see Manoa. Everything, it's just beautiful environment. Which, sorry, Aspen's talking, but I will tell you this, guys.
That's
just
okay.
a quick reminder: the Sportz Nutz will be at opening day at New Aloha Stadium. We will be there, so make sure when we make more mentions about it, you get your popcorn ready and come hang out with us while we're there. We'll be live. It'll be all 4 of us. Yes, there's only 3, but no, there's 4. We have a 4th member of the team. He is our special guest contributor. He will come in from time to time and talk to us for about 5 minutes or 10 minutes at most with maybe a NASCAR or a Clemson, both men's and women's basketball and football. So we have a 4th member, yes. But then my number 1, and Shane, I'm going to have to steal this from you too, is Autzen Stadium. University of Oregon, they just do it differently. They're from the time you get in there to the time you leave, not a single backside is sitting down. They're all standing up, and they're as loud as can be yelling the O, and they have the O symbols when they hold up in their hands. So Oregon definitely tops it off on that one. We would love to know your thoughts. There are so many out there. We'd absolutely love to hear it. And yeah, it's just exciting. But before we go to Shane's story, real quick, guys, Matt, and I know you're excited about this too. The NHL and the NBA preseason start in literally a couple of weeks. Like, first off, Matt, can I get an amen that basketball and football and hockey and baseball and heck, even soccer are going to be going on at the exact same time? How cool is that, right?
Yep. Glad basketball's coming back. At least I got something to look forward to.
Yeah, and after what we've been seeing with the Atlanta Falcons, we're not going to talk about that. I'm just saying. But
hold on, Brandon, hold on. You got something to say there, Shane? Something on your mind?
Yeah, he wants to heckle us.
Sound like something's on your mind there, man.
Well, see, I'd like to make a point, but that'd be more than what Atlanta did Sunday.
You're so good.
Dang, that's a good one, man.
Hey, that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
I got to fall back on that one.
Yeah.
Fall back on that one.
But, real quick, Shane, Matt, can I get an amen that all sports are going to play literally at the exact same time? Like, come on, folks. If you're living under a rock, you really are living under a rock, because sports the dead zones are about to be done. And it's just amazing. All right. So Shane's got a sports story, and we're eagerly awaiting to hear this one. Shane he always brings some good stories to us. Like I said, don't mind Aspen. She's over here talking. So, but Shane, go ahead.
Oh yeah. Well, here we are, man. It's the last weekend in September. We're going to have the Ryder Cup back in the golfing world. It's going to be played on the USA's home turf this time. If people don't know what it is, it's the top golfers from the US and the top golfers from Europe. They each compose a team of 12 golfers, and they play certain match plays and single matches and all that kind of stuff through a 3-day event, and come out and see which country or continent's the best. This year we're going to be playing at Bethpage Black, a very great course. It's held numerous PGA championships during its time, but and the atmosphere is just electric. If you haven't watched a Ryder Cup match before, Guarantee you to go watch one, and you will not be disappointed. It is a very lively atmosphere. It's not as subdued as most PGA Tour events are, which they really haven't been so far in the past couple of years now. But man, it's great to see. And it's great to see that the live players are eligible for the teams as well. And just another thing. That the stipends that the U.S. team members are getting, they get $300,000 to donate to charity, and then $200,000 for stipends. But all the U.S. players have come out and said that they are all going to donate their stipends as well, all the charities. So it's kind of a good deal there, and man, it's going to be great. You're going to have the Ryder Cup on Saturday morning. So it'll be back and forth between game day and the Ryder Cup, and then football and the Ryder Cup. And so, man, it's going to be a packed Saturday for this guy right here for sure.
And yes, and just so you guys know, Shane does play golf. He's actually really good. So, Matt, I don't know. If
no. I'm not really good. I go out there and I play Army golf.
He's better than me.
Left, right. Of course, I hate it for people that are good at golf. They only get to see one part of the course. At least when I play, I see it all.
That's so sad to say. Matt, you have a sports story you would love to share, and I kind of have an idea of where you're going, but
no, I'm not going to go where you think I'm going to go. I'm gonna leave this. I'm gonna leave that alone. But no, I kind of want to. We have some news that came out today, man. Man, it looks like I'm like super short here. I need to adjust my camera. Jesus Christ, y'all gotta say something. Man, come on now. Oh my gosh. Yeah. The New York Football Giants have made them roster move. Not roster move, but they decided to make a depth chart move. They will be starting Jackson Dart their next game over Russell Wilson. The Giants, they're starting off 0-3, and they feel that Russell Wilson is the problem. I'm pretty sure that there are other problems that don't include Russell Wilson, but that's what they're going to do.
Well,
they are mailing it in.
Just throws the ball into coverage on an overtime, and instead of getting the chance to win, he said, "Here, just let me throw the ball to the turf."
Come on, hey, man, you got to follow the script, man. Got to follow the script. They got to go 0-3 so Jackson Dart can start.
You did say you earlier in the year said 4 starts and we see Jackson Dart. Well, you're pretty darn close. I mean, 3.
Game 4.
Yeah,
game 4, we're going to see Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. Hey, look, man. They knew Jackson Dart was going to step in there soon, man. They got to get him and Neighbors on point together. So they got Russell Wilson there to lose them 3 games, which he did. And now you're not going to see Jameis. that's for sure. So you probably won't see Russell Wilson again either. Yeah, you probably won't see. Team might trade for him that needs a quarterback. Cincinnati might trade for him. Hey, you never know what can happen. But Jackson Dart and Malik Neighbors, that era, it will begin this Sunday. So let's be on the lookout for that.
Next question is do they move on from Russell Wilson? Is he officially a washout?
I won't say a washout. It's just not the team for him, man. This is a young team, young receivers. They're not a really good football team. You need Russ in the system right now. He's just at that point in his career where he needs to be in a really good system. So, man, I can see him going back to the Raiders with Pete Carroll. You can see that happening because Geno ain't it. Geno was not it.
Geno said he got all that money and he was talking trash to the
He got a lot of money, but he is not it. So, you got a lot of teams. The Bengals need a quarterback.
Another New York team.
I think they're gonna. Justin Fields was hurt, so I think they'll. He'll when does Fields come back? I don't know when Fields comes back.
I don't know, but Tyrod didn't look too bad.
He's coming back in a couple of weeks. He's still in concussion protocol.
Yeah, man. So he just as soon as their quarterback can look at a light bulb without his head hurting, he'll be fine. So that's kind of the gist of it, man. Bye Russell Wilson. Are we gonna see him again? Depends. But it's Jackson's Dart team now, man. So let's see what the young boy can do.
Absolutely. All right. Now we're going to go to our favorite segment of the show, and that is the honorable mentions. Dun, 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 dun. What we do is we give honorable mentions to some sports stories out there. My first one is going to be the Atlanta Braves. God, this one is absolutely the most unusual thing, by the way. First off, they're missing the playoffs for the first time since 2017. Wow. Real quick, guys, you know that the Atlanta Braves have a chance to finish the season on a 14-game winning streak. Go figure. You guys have an absolute dog doo-doo season, and then you wait till you're eliminated from the playoffs. Hey, I got this really good idea. Let's get eliminated from playoffs and let's just go on this massive winning streak, just cause. But
yeah, since they've been eliminated, here's a couple of stats for you. They're 9-0 in all 9 games. They have scored more than 5 runs, and in all 9 games, they have allowed less than 5 runs.
I mean, come on, literally, you cannot make this stuff up.
You can't.
But again, let's just hope that everybody gets fully healed, and we have a great offseason. By the way, Charlie Morton is back in an Atlanta Braves uniform, albeit maybe only for another week. But I don't know. Atlanta needs to just move on and get rid of that 2021 philosophy. All right, Shane, what's your first honorable mention? I know you already mentioned one, but what is your first honorable mention?
Well, my first honorable mention, I'll keep it in the NL here on the baseball side. Congrats goes out to the San Diego Padres. Man, exciting game last night. Waited to walk it off in extra innings to clinch a wild card spot at least. They're still in competition with the Dodgers for the West title. Man, this leaves one more spot in the NL up for grabs.
And it won't be the Metropolitans.
Well, right now you've got the Mets and the Reds are tied. But
the Reds hold the tiebreaker.
Yeah, but and then you've got Arizona only one back, so it's going to be very interesting coming up to the last games of the season for that last NL spot for sure.
Absolutely, Matt. What is your first honorable mention, sir?
Oh man, I know I had a different tune at the beginning of the season about this particular guy, but he has proved me wrong. He has proved us all wrong. My first honorable mention goes to Daniel Jones. I got to give it to Daniel Jones in the Indianapolis Colts.
Danny Dimes.
Danny Dimes. Got to give it to Danny Dimes, man. Got to give it to Danny Dimes. The best game manager in the game right now. Yeah. Best game manager in the game, man.
Top 10 quarterback in the league.
Yeah. Hey,
when was the last time you could say that, though?
Never. They just beat the Titans, man. He had 228 yards and a touchdown. And he's running. He's rushing touchdowns, and he's running, man. He's keeping the defense honest. Even against the Broncos, man, he threw for 316 yards, man, and against that vaunted defense. First week 1 against the Dolphins, man, he had the defense looking pedestrian. I think he had a passing touchdown, but I think he ran for 2 scores as well. So I got to give hats off to Danny Dimes and the Indianapolis Colts offense, man, especially their running back Jonathan Taylor. Back-to-back big games. Man, he had over 100 yards each game, the last 2 games. I mean, he's just doing it big. So shouts out. The biggest. Oh, you know what? Let me change that. Let me change my honorable mention. My honorable mention is not Daniel Jones. My honorable mention is the coach that decided Daniel Jones is starting over Anthony Richardson. So Hey, man, that's the guy who I'm going to give my honorable mention to. So there you go.
Amen on that one. Shane, did I already go to you? Didn't I?
Yep.
Okay. All right. See, my mind's slipping. My next honorable mention is Matt. This is actually you know who this guy is very well. Mohamed Sanu. He has officially hung up his cleats. Made the announcement. He hasn't played in a few years, but he made the official announcement that he was retiring from the game of football. What an amazing career. Hopefully in the future, Matt, he does get inducted into the Atlanta Ring of Honor. He did a lot of great things for the city of Atlanta. Still does a lot of great things. We had Sean Witherspoon on here, and he even said, Spoon even said that he gets the privilege of being around Sanu quite a bit. So shout out goes definitely to Mohamed Sanu on a fantastic career. Hopefully you get the next call will be from Arthur Blank saying that you have been inducted into the Atlanta Falcons Ring of Honor. Shane, what's your next one?
Next honorable mention, congratulations are in order for Miss Asia Wilson. Her league history leading 4th MVP of the WNBA. 4th one out of the last 6 years, I do believe as well. Man, congratulations goes out to her. I know the team didn't do as great as what they had in the past, but man, this could arguably be one of the better MVP seasons that she's had. Last year it was kind of a onslaught. She was just that great, but
Yeah.
this season to come out with the award and everything else, congratulations, big shout out goes to Asia Wilson.
Yes, and we support women's sports 100%. But shout out also to the Las Vegas Aces for having that amazing end to their season. 17 games in a row. They're in the semifinals against the Indiana Fever.
They almost didn't make it, boy.
Mhm.
They almost didn't make it.
Came into the final shot.
They were one shot away from going home.
Yep, that's right. My next honorable mention, Matt, you ready to hear this one?
Yeah.
Shout out goes to Georgia Tech. The dark gray uniforms that they have, oh my God, they are on fire. They're beautiful. And then here's the cool thing: their helmets are like a matted gray too, with the silver writing. It's like and they had the Georgia Tech golden logo, but they have silver writing. It's really pretty. I like it. But definitely shout out to Georgia Tech. All right, Matt, what's your next honorable mention?
Oh man, my next honorable mention, man, it has to go to Christian McSwaggery. Christian McCaffrey. I'm sorry. That's what we call him out here. But man. Came after that injury-riddled season he had last year, man. He coming back stronger than ever. Dude has 25 receptions through 3 games. That's like, I don't know if that's probably somewhere in the top 5 in the NFL or whatever, but dude has 25 receptions through 3 games as a running back. That says kind of 2 things. Even though aren't they undefeated? The Niners are undefeated, right now.
Yes.
And that's
without
the
Cardinals.
That's without Brock Purdy. So you got a hats off to the whole organization. I think they just lost Nick Bosa too. So
yeah.
But
for the year,
man, got to give it to Christian McCaffrey, man, showing he's a baller regardless, coming back from crazy injury, and just performing like the way he is, man. Whew. I mean, 25 catches through 3 games for a running back is insane. So
that is. All right, Shane, what's your next honorable mention?
My kind of last honorable mention that I have wrote down for tonight, man, is for the people of Western North Carolina and, the upstate South Carolina as well. It's been a year ago today since Helene made landfall down in Florida. Nothing really, could have predicted the historic tragedy that this area saw. Places still aren't the same up here. Just now opening up parts of the Parkway and all that good stuff. But it's just one of those things. Remembrance of the people who lost their life during the tragic time, and to the heroes and all that stepped up in a time of need when people weren't getting the help that they need. Their neighbors helped. Kind of shout out to that. And, just in remembering that, I want to kind of, lead anybody that's going through a tough time. But it kind of just came to me today. But a good scripture to go back to is Isaiah 41:10. So do not fear, for I'm with you. Do not be dismayed, for I'm your God. Sorry. kind of got me, but it finishes, I will strengthen with my righteous right hand. Just anybody out there going through a tough time, especially, just kind of brought to my mind, just think of that, just know the good Lord's with you, and was definitely with many people up here during this time last year.
Amen to that one. And I was, unfortunately, I had some issues that happened when Hurricane Helene hit, and I'm amazed that the resilience of people are out there. I have a couple that I want to quickly go over, and then we'll start wrapping it up. Mike Gundy has served his last game ever at Oklahoma State as the head coach. He was relieved of his duties officially today. Oklahoma's Mateer broken hand. He is out a month. That might go, ergo, it might be the end of his Heisman Trophy talk right there. Matt's already alluded to with regards to their benching Russell Wilson and starting Jackson Dart. But how about this one? The Houston Texans, they released Gardner Johnson after only 3 games. Remember, he was doing a lot of this, and obviously not backing up what he talked.
Something happened in that locker room, man, where he probably said something crazy to the quarterback, and they said, "You got to go." Something happened. Something happened.
Yeah.
Something happened in that back.
Hey, real quick, if you guys do want to be a part of our college football pick'em challenge that we are doing, please message us either on Facebook, message us on Twitter or TikTok, Instagram, wherever you can find us. We are there. Please get to us by Thursday morning that you want the list of the games. I have to get them out still, which I'll get them out tomorrow, but I will have for everybody. And our standings, I haven't been able to do them, but I will do them and they'll be out tomorrow. Guys, this has been an absolute fantastic episode. Real quick, I want to let you guys know tomorrow, Money Lines, episode 5 takes place. Yes. Another good episode. Just maybe Matt, Shane, and myself can earn you a little extra spinning cash. Friday, from what it sounds like maybe all 3 of us will be broadcasting from a live on location in some form. We'll let you know about that one. But then next Tuesday, the 30th. Now it is episode 155. However, y'all, it is a couple of things. It is the season 4 finale of the Sportz Nutz. And then we are also having the Kentucky Barrels Arena football team on. They are the newest arena football team that starts up next year. What we're going to do is we're going to take a break from October 1st through October the 6th. And then we return for season 5 of the Sportz Nutz starting on October the 7th. We will still do the Pick'em Challenge with the Sportz Nutz. Like I said, don't mind Aspen. We will post the games on social media, and I'll email them out to you. If you want to, send them in. Like I said, get them to me by Thursday, and we will update. And I'll have the new standings out tomorrow. Real quick, want to let you guys know also, we are looking for sponsors and advertising spots. If you are interested in advertising with us, please send an email to either myself at brandonkeeler@radio@gmail.com. You can send a message to Shane. Definitely send a message to Matt. You can do it either through Facebook, through Twitter, wherever you feel most comfortable, and let us know you want to what the sponsorship is and pricing as well as the advertising, and we will get back with you right away with it. We are also accepting donations to help our show grow more. We do have some things that we want to do to help the show grow, and we can do it with your help. So just let us know. And yeah, guys, like I said, this has been an absolute amazing episode. We had a lot of fun with you all. We had a great group of gentlemen come on our show, the founding fathers, as we call them now, with the new Augusta Pro Hockey team, which, if you guys did hear, they did say, submit your ideas for the team name. That it just may go with you. So with that being said, I don't know why I just turned blue there, but for that being said, for everybody who tuned in tonight, Matt, what do you tell everybody not to get done, sir?
Hey guys, yeah, man, what you want to do is you do not want to get flagged in a game of life. What I mean by that is when you go out there, do not get in trouble. If you're going to drink, do it at home. If you're going to do other things, do it at home. Don't get flagged in a game of life. That's it.
Yeah, you don't want the whoop whoops behind you. Whoop whoop. Look, Shane's got the lights. You
don't want that, man. You do not want that.
Because Matt will be happy to tell you the kind of peanut butter you get.
It's the kind that's in the ketchup pack. It squirts out, guys. It's not fun. Very liquidy.
Breakfast isn't much better.
I didn't stay that long for breakfast, man. I was out of there. I had to get up out of there, man. Hey, I gotta somebody come get me.
Pick up the phone. No. Oh man, yeah. Don't do something stupid. Don't get flagged in a game of life. Shane, what do you tell everybody, sir?
Oh yeah, well, as always, just love everybody, and may the good Lord bless you. Peace, love, and bacon grease.
Yes, peace, love, and bacon grease indeed. And as I always tell you guys, peace up. A-Town down Wyatt's the greatest sports city there ever was. Hey, can Atlanta make it 10 in a row tonight? They're currently up against the They're up against the Nationals, albeit still early. They're still up though. And hey, real quick, Raheem Morris, if you guys lose to Marcus Mariota, I guarantee you your pink slip is waiting for you the moment the clock hits 0. Don't even go to the locker room and say what you need the final speech to the team. Just you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the heck up out of here. You ain't welcome if you lose to Marcus Mariota. That just let everybody know that you were a terrible coach. Guys, you have a wonderful evening. We will see you tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Let's just see if Matt, myself, and Shane can earn you guys a little extra spending money. You guys have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good night.